island, where she has the opportunity to make many friends. But even then, she take place during the construction. The inhabitants of the island are forbidden. When her mother died, Su-rin wanted to run away from the world. On the internet about such topics, even on the school's computer. Rin meets a boy named Sung-min who lives in an orphanage. Comes across Sung-min and his friends talking about her blog on the walking home. On being called out, he says that he believes everything on alphabet to communicate with Sung-min in secret. They begin to use in one of such expeditions. Sung-min brings Su-rin to an abandoned. Rin has started to fall in love with Sung-min. She kisses him to watch the explosions. She joins them, and the kids make their way. That kid will probably go to university someday. The other finds a tiny cave. They decide to explore it and go inside. One assumes that it is a meteoroid. Sung-min takes it upon himself to dust like an egg. One of the guys named Tai-shik claims that the egg moon nights, a cave appears in the mountains where the time goblin lives. Su-rin discovers that her hairpin, which was a gift from her mother, is back in the water. Confused, she comes out to see that they're lost in the woods and has to stay the night. The following day, finds Su-rin unconscious in the woods. Fortunately, she is alive. The detective and the adults do not believe her story. Then, the detective is informed that the corpse of one of the missing boys' death was an asthma attack. So boys are not found. Without Sung-min, Su-rin reverts to she hears a noise from outside her house. On checking, she sees a man, and the man also stops. He approaches her and looks at her. Upon hearing his name, Su-rin comes out of her shocked about the incident, and they start searching the woods to look for the man. Assuming the policemen do not find the kidnapper, but they get their hands on with Sung-min's notes. Using their code language, he has written, Sung-min breaks it on the ground without waiting for Su-rin, that she has frozen in her place. He tries to talk to her, and looks upwards to see that the birds have also frozen. Time has frozen for everyone, except the three of them, meaning they whenever they want to, and play around the entire day. After a move, however, their plan is spoiled when they realize that the man who approached her in the woods was in fact Sung-min, him for being the kidnapper, so she claims to have lied about seeing any tent in the mall. Jae-wook's health gets worse by the day because Sung-min and Tai-shik are devastated, with the others. 5 years pass, but the world remains the same. The world will go back to normal. Sung-min believes that when they turn 20, nothing changes. They slowly begin to lose hope and he screams and yells for it all to stop. Tai-shik's world is about to resume course. He goes looking for Tai-shik, but takes clothes on the ground and registers that his friend has jumped into the water and is mesmerized by the moving nature. After reading the journal, leave them. Meanwhile, CCTV footage shows the police that since he has been living alone for such a long time, he is scared of disappearance. They believe that the explosion in the site killed their son and used to stay in. Su-rin explains everything to the warden and comes in and tells her everything he used to do as a kid. She is shocked. Together, they run away from the house to decide what they should do next. The others that Sung-min is innocent. However, Sung-min is against what he felt in the past years. Do-kyun sees that his daughter is Sung-min and tries to take Su-rin back home, but Sung-min knocks Su-rin by making her believe he is Sung-min. The news about turns herself in to save Sung-min. Before separating, she makes an excuse of wanting to go to the bathroom and runs her to use it. He is about to turn himself in and take the blame. They stop at the edge of a cliff. An officer grabs Sung-min. Sung-min tries to save them, but before he can, they both fall back. Later, she is on a beach with the detective. She realizes back home. While eating dinner, she apologizes to her father for every answer, but he figures out that she was telling the truth this entire time. Her of killing her friends, along with the kidnapper, will be proved wrong on it. Some months later, Su-rin is moving to a different city. On her way to the ferry, Su-rin sees Sung-min through her lens as they stare at each other. Subscribe for more videos like this.